Okay, so we have our user registration all set up. What we need to do now is get the login functionality, and in order to do that we need to first set up password encryption, and we're going to use Bcrypt, which is probably the most popular module to do that. But we do have to do a few things. We have to install a few things in order for Bcrypt to work properly. So this is a text file that I will also include in the program files, and it has links to what we need to set up here. Alright, so you're going to need some version of Visual Studio. 2013 Community is the latest free version, I think, and it's relatively light. We need the Visual C++ redistributables, which you can get here, OpenSSL, which you can get at this link, and we need to install the Node GYP module. Alright, and then finally we need to install Bcrypt. So I believe I already have this on my system, but we'll just go and check out the website. Alright, so these are the Visual Studio downloads. These ones here are trials, so the one that I installed was Community 2013 with update 4. Alright, so get that installed. I'm pretty sure I have it, yeah, right here. Alright, but I didn't do the other ones, so I'm going to grab this link now for these Visual C++ tools. And let's see, I'm on a Windows 64-bit, so you want to get the full version. This is where we get OpenSSL, so I'm going to grab this right here, redistributables, and download. Alright, so that's downloaded. We can open that up. Just go through the installer real quick. You might even have this on your system already for other software. Alright, and that's it for that. So let's go back, and you want to get OpenSSL. I'm going to get the 64-bit version, not the light version. I want this one right here. And this shouldn't take long either. Okay, so we'll go ahead and run this. We just installed that. That should be alright. I'm just going to go through with the installation. Because we just installed it. Yeah, so maybe it didn't see it yet or something. We'll check it out. Alright, so we have that. Now I want to install Node GYP, which is a third-party module. So we're going to go to the projects directory, or the project directory, in node auth, and I'm going to git bash, and we want to say npm install global node-gyp. And that should go ahead and install that. Alright, so now let's try and install Bcrypt. We may get an error, but we'll give it a shot. So install Bcrypt. Now if you downloaded the 2013 Visual Studio, then just add this to the end of this. Alright, we want to do what is it? msvs underscore version equals 2013. Alright, so we're getting an error. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. We don't have Python installed, I don't think. We need to install Python as well, I believe. Yeah, so Python Windows. And let's see. You want to grab the 2.79 version. Right here. Let's grab this one. And I'm going to get the Windows 64-bit installer. Alright, so we'll install that. These are all very simple installations. Okay. Unpacking. Alright, so we'll click finish, and hopefully we can try this again. Alright, so looks like it installed. If we go to the projects folder, node auth, in node modules, you should see the Bcrypt folder. So just verify that it did in fact install. Now that we have encryption, we want to go back to the registration process and just make sure that when we register and the user inputs a password, that it gets converted, that it gets encrypted before it's entered into the database. Okay, because when we log in, that's what we're going to be checking for. So let's run the server. Okay, so let's see, localhost, what am I doing? npm start. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll open up app.js, and we'll open routes users and models user. Alright, so where we want to do this is in the model. Okay, so model/user.js. Alright, and before we can do anything, we need to include Bcrypt. So up here we're going to say var Bcrypt is equal to require Bcrypt. And then we want to go down to our create user function, and we're going to do a few things in here. Okay, so we want to add a line, bcrypt.hash. Alright, and in here, let's see, we're going to send in a new user. Alright, and that object's coming from the route. Let me just show you where that's coming from. Where is it? Right here. Alright, so we're creating a new user, and it has a name, email, username, password, and profile image. And then we're passing it in here into the model. Alright, so this new user is going to here. Now what we need to do is get the password from this new user object. So that's going to be the first parameter. So it's going to be new user dot password. Alright, and then the next parameter has to do with the salt of the encryption, and this can be a number. We're going to make it 10. And then the last parameter is the function. Okay, and this function is going to take an error and a hash. Alright, and then inside here we're going to say if there is an error, then we want to throw the error. Alright, and then we're going to set hashed password. So we want to say new user dot password is equal to hash. Alright, so basically we're just intercepting the password from this new user object. Alright, and then we just want to grab this and put it inside here. Okay, so we'll just say create user. So that's essentially what we did. We just intercepted this object, changed the password to a hash, and then just let it save. So hopefully that works. I don't think that there's anything else we need to do. Oh, actually, you know what? There is. Right here where we're defining the schema, we have to let the system know that we want to encrypt the password. Alright, so we're going to say type string, and let's see, we want to say Bcrypt is true. And I'm actually going to throw a required on there too. I know we did our validation already, but I just want to make sure at this level it's required. And I think that should be it. So let's go ahead and save this. And we want to restart the server. And go to the register page, and we'll just create, I don't know, some name, Nathan Wilson, and we'll say nate@gmail.com. Username will say nwilson. Password, I'm going to put in 1234, and this should get encrypted. Alright, so we'll register, and it brings us to the members area, and if we go here and look in the console, look at the password field. Alright, this is what we're storing as the password. So that's a lot safer than storing 1234, and it's relatively a small amount of work to get this done. So that is how we can encrypt our passwords during registration. Now we have to create the login functionality and encrypt whatever the user enters in the login password. Now I don't want this video to get too long, and we have quite a bit to do to be able to authenticate. So I'm going to stop the video here, and we will continue in the next one.